Hello, my name is Joachim Berg, and I'm completing my specialist degree in instructional technology here at Kennesaw State University. My Capstone project, Effective Use of Digital Teacher Resources, focus on using the district-provided resources to promote active learning throughout blended instruction. I currently serve as an Algebra 1 STEM teacher at Moore Middle School, which is a Gwinnett County school. Moore Middle School is one of the 138 schools that service some of the more than 173,000 students in Gwinnett County. Moore Middle School is also classified as a Title I school, with over 85% of the students receiving free or reduced lunch. Moore Middle School is also a very diverse and very populated middle school. Around 41% of the student population is Black, 34% is Hispanic, and the remaining population consists of white, American Indian, and mixed races. Currently, the majority of students at Moore Middle School are not achieving at or above proficient on the Georgia Milestones assessment. On average, only about 7% of the students are scoring in the distinguished area on the Georgia Milestones assessment. The school's vision is to create lifelong learners and leaders that will excel in the local and global communities. My capstone fits right in with moving the school closer to achieving that goal. I believe that with integration of blended learning and other technical resources, the staff at Moore Middle School will be able to help students achieve more success. With the successful integration of Web 2.0 tools, environments will encourage cooperative integration, collaborative learning, and group work. The overall objective was to encourage and train at least 50% of Moore Middle School staff to implement the use of eClass in the classwork program. I set out to expose 100% of all 8th grade students to the basic features of eClass. The purpose or intended use of classwork is to serve as the online testing and remediation tool. The eClass or eClass is a platform that houses all teacher web pages and content. eClass is assigned as the LMS or the Learning Management System for Gwinnett County schools. Currently, it is just now being introduced to middle schools, but as students enter into high school, they will all be required to use eClass as their main source of information. The evaluation process will consist of collecting both survey and interview data from teachers that participate. The achievement scores on common assessments will also be used to compare the students that utilize the resources with those who had teachers that did not use them. I will also use the data from classworks and eClass to show a correlation to an increase of student achievement with participating with the use of the resources. The initial project began with surveys and interviews that determined the staff's comfort level with using the tools eClass and classworks. The teacher's perceptions and attitude towards technology are factors that could predict how much a teacher will integrate specific tools. After viewing the data, I started modifying the upcoming technology professional development to fit the needs of the staff. In addition to the large group sessions, I scheduled small group and solo sessions with teachers that needed more guidance and direction. The surveys revealed that teachers are not opposed to adopting new technology, but they feel that they're not properly trained to execute the use of the tools. I was able to meet with the Technology Support Technician, or the TST, to restructure the professional development that was offered monthly to the staff. Although we could not make each meeting mandatory, we were able to offer professional development regularly and post resources to all online tools. The initial session graced the idea of using classworks and eClass. The session introduced more in-depth topics, but instruction did not go deep into each of those topics. The mentioning of other tools associated with classworks and eClass was done to encourage staff to find interest in future capabilities. With each progression session, I went into more detail with using additional features embedded within eClass and classworks. With classworks, I was able to venture into using assessments to test students' grade level on both reading and math. I also reviewed the process of prescribing lessons to remediate content or to track data in order to provide proper RTI data. With eClass, I was able to introduce the art of personalizing the teacher page to fit the individual needs of each instructor. Group sessions reviewed the process of uploading resources for remediation and storage, providing students with modified lessons, and creating and administering online assessments that are personalized for each classroom. With ClassWorks, the assessments are pre-made and administered by the software, but with eClass, teachers can manipulate the assessment and every question. eClass offers teachers a chance to differentiate lessons and assessments for all kids. As the spring semester began to wrap up, I met with individual teachers to gather their opinions on the success of the workshops and implementation of the two tools. Teachers that participated in the workshops throughout the year showed increasing interest in using both ClassWorks and eClass in the upcoming year. Through the word of mouth, teachers that did not participate have heard the success and increased ease of the use of the tools. There has been an increased interest in the amount of teachers that want to participate in the upcoming year. Data also showed that students participating with using the tools felt better equipped to succeed in high school, where both tools are heavily used. This project was one of great interest of mine in the administration. With eClass being only recently released to our school by the district, the administration wanted to make sure a best practice way of learning the two tools was found. In order to stay on task with other schools and the district's set initiatives, it is important that all efforts are made to get all teachers on board. Although many teachers initially showed interest in learning how to navigate the tools, I was shocked at the amount of teachers that elected not to participate as the year progressed. In the end, the concentration went from full school implementation to 8th grade math integration. Although teachers saw the need for both ClassWorks and eClass, many felt that there were too many other responsibilities required to add on another task. The reason that math teachers were more interested in using resources comes from a lack of available digital tools they could use. Although many teachers eventually opt out, math teachers were more consistent with coming to professional development sessions and requesting class visits. They repeatedly expressed excitement for all tools that could be modified to use within their math classrooms. With conducting the class visits and solo sessions, I was surprised to see how engaged the teachers were with learning the new tools. As with students, teachers participate more as they realize the tools utilize technology skills that they're already familiar with. Teachers truly enjoyed the learning sessions that focus on digitally storing all resources, notes, movies, and assessments within eClass. Teachers preferred that form of organization and truly look forward to being able to move all that current year's information and resources to the next year's classes. Throughout the process, I've learned not to assume what could be easy or difficult for another, but to ask through interviews and surveys first. Without speaking with teachers, I would have assumed that all teachers could use tools but didn't want to use them. After collecting data, I learned that teachers wanted to use the tools but did not have the confidence and the know-how to fully use the tools to their full potential. The lack of confidence turned out to be one of the most damaging factors that discouraged teachers from trying new tools. Next year, as I plan to provide professional development to teachers, I hope to make the introduction seem as non-threatening as possible. Hopefully with that, we'll be able to get more teachers on board throughout the entire year.